Hi, everyone. Today, my special guest is James Kim. James is currently a student at UCLA. He's a senior. And more importantly, he's the vice president of a wonderful student organization known as the Student Accounting Society. James, hey, thanks for coming to do this video with me today.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here. I'm ready to represent my club, this great organization, a Student Accounting Society. So let's get straight into it.
Before we actually talk about your organization, could you just briefly talk about yourself, like what you're currently studying and what you plan to do when you graduate?
Yeah, so as you already introduced, I'm James. I'm a current senior at UCLA. I'm studying economics and I'm also going to be minoring in accounting. But something that's very different from my story compared to other people is that I'm actually a transfer student. So this is actually my second year at UCLA. I'm still just enjoying the time that I have here. And I'm actually interested in just really pursuing a career in public accounting. So actually recently I just finished the recruitment process and I actually got some offers for audit for next fall. So I'm just really excited to see what's going to be going on in my future. And I'm just really glad that UCLA was able to provide so many opportunities for this.
Well, congratulations. Well, now you have the offers now, and now you have to have a difficult task of trying to discern which firm is the best fit for you. But that's actually a good thing to have. So congratulations. And also, I appreciate you sharing the story that you were a community college student before. So I teach at UCLA, but also I teach full time at Santa Monica College, which is a community college near UCLA. So to hear stories like yourself, students who followed a non-traditional path and yet have found success at UCLA. That's just wonderful to hear. So thank you for sharing that.
No problem. I'm always glad to talk about it. I think one of the things that's often overlooked is the community college system. I actually came from Cypress Community College from OC, and it's been a very different experience that a lot of people take. And it's very rough making that transition from semester to quarter system. So I'm just really glad that first of all, that you're helping out at SMC, Santa Monica College, and just really like keeping an eye out for transfers.
Great. Let's move on to Student Accounting Society. So can you please share with my students what Student Accounting Society is all about and what are some of the benefits of becoming a member?
So Student Accounting Society, also known as SAS, to just kind of abbreviate it for the rest of this interview, it's really a club on campus that really hosts the major events for accounting. So some of these events are Meet the Firms, Spring Banquet, and the multiple workshops that we actually co-host with other like professional firms in the area. So just to get started, for people that don't know what it is, Meet the Firms is like a great career fair for people that's interested in public accounting and other types of fields related to accounting for them to come out and actually speak with professionals. So we have just like hundreds of professionals coming out ready to talk to students. So if anyone is interested in this, they're able to sign up on our website and to really just become become either a member or just pay a fee to join the event. And they're able to talk with professionals like the big four, like Deloitte, EY, PwC, and KPMG. But we also have a lot of mid-tiers that come out ready to really kind of like look for potential candidates to pick up for their firms. But at the same time, if like students are interested in accounting, they're able to come out, learn more, talk directly with somebody that's been working in the field for many years, and then just really be able to delve deeper into their career. So Meet the Firms is definitely one of our biggest highlights. We do it twice a year during the fall and during the winter time. In addition to this, we also have a spring banquet, which we host mainly in the springtime, as it's in the name. It's a time for us to really just gather with professionals in a more casual setting, for us to just be able to enjoy and look back on the year and to really just kind of like consolidate the relationships that we have with professional firms. And then finally, we like to just host workshops where we're able to co-host with different firms in the area, and they'll be teaching like our students, how to set up a resume and how to make it look professional. Knowing what you need to have on that resume is very important when you go through interview processes. In addition, like workshops can like vary, just like teaching you more about accounting. If you're interested in audit or tax or advisory, these workshops provide a great way for members to become a part of our club and to be active within it, but at the same time for them to just be networking with like, professionals on a much smaller scale. Um, SAS, we really kind of focus on bringing in member involvement. And one of the ways that we do that is through our assistant director program. It's a program where we really have like almost like interns for our club be able to come out and to really learn what it takes to run the organization in the hopes that we might be able to inspire them to continue on to apply as board members for the next year, but at the same time assist us in our events.
Yeah, those are all great events that you guys put on. And I want to mention that for the spring banquet, that you guys are very kind. You guys always invite all of the accounting professors to attend the banquet. And I was fortunate enough last spring to attend, and I really had a great time. So thank you so much.
No, thank you so much for coming. Yeah, we're just really thankful for all of our accounting teachers at UCLA. You know, you guys are doing great work. You guys are really putting in a lot of effort and just a lot of heart into our students. So I'm just really thankful for that. I'm a product of it. So I'm just glad to be a part of this great school.
The next question I have is, you know, a lot of clubs and organizations at UCLA are very expensive to join. So I was curious, what is the cost of joining Student Accounting Society?
So Student Accounting Society, we actually only have a one-time fee for membership. So the one-time fee is only $20. And $20 is very little in comparison to many other organizations on campus that might require you to join like maybe like a couple hundred or maybe even more for like their lifetime membership. However, SAS are really focused on getting as many students involved as possible. So we only leave the membership fee at $20. To really put this into perspective, our membership fee is $20, but to actually attend some of our events like Meet the Firms is $10 for each event that you attend. So if you're planning ahead in the future and you're coming out as a sophomore and you plan to come out until you're a senior, by having that one-time membership fee paid for it right at the get-go, you're able to just save yourself some money throughout the rest of your career at UCLA.
Wow, $20. That is a great deal. $20 for all 4 years, if, assuming that you come in as a freshman, and even for a transfer student, $20 for 2 years or 3 years. That's such a steal. I can't remember any club organization in my lifetime when I was in school that had dues this low. Maybe back in high school. So that's a great deal for students. Amazing. Another question I wanted to ask you was that a lot of organizations, especially professional organizations, require students to commit a great deal of time. And so for you guys, I was curious, does SAS require students to, as members, to participate in a certain number of events in order to be considered an official member? Or are you guys a little bit more flexible?
That's a great question. SAS, we're actually very flexible on this. We don't have a certain set number of hours to pledge to become a member of our organization. Instead, once you pay that one-time activation fee to become a member, you can attend any of our events and any of our workshops, and it's up to you to decide which ones you want to attend and which ones you really want to, give your time to. We understand that students are busy and they have so many other things that they're doing on campus. So we didn't really want to limit their time by making them go through a certain number of hours for our organization. Instead, when we host a workshop that might be able to interest them and that might be able to really pique their interest in whether they want to network with these professionals or to really gain new skills, they're able to come out of their own free will. Like we really prioritize like students taking the own initiative to really pursue like more information, to really gain more knowledge about their field so that they can be able to see whether or not they want to pursue public accounting, whether they want to go into private accounting, or maybe they just don't want to do accounting at all. But just having that exposure is really important. And that's what we really try to push for in our club.
That's fantastic. And my last question is, can anyone join Student Accounting Society? I was just wondering how restrictive you guys are. Does it matter? In your case, you mentioned earlier, you were an econ major with an accounting minor. And most of my students that I teach fit that mold. But I was curious, what about students who majored in something else, let's say philosophy, or they majored in a science like biology, and then all of a sudden they actually want to pursue a career in accounting. And I have seen some students at UCLA who are in that situation. Are you guys restrictive on students who have to have a certain major? And what about GPA? Are you guys an honor society where you say a student has to have a 3.0 or a 3.4 or something, or are you guys more flexible?
No, we're definitely very flexible about this. Our organization is open to anyone that might be interested in accounting. So regardless of the major, regardless of the GPA, as long as you pay that one-time fee, you're able to come out and become a member of our club. Actually, I have a lot of friends who aren't, econ or accounting minor major students at UCLA that are part of SAS. And the reason why they joined is because they wanted to see whether or not accounting was for them, or if they just wanted to learn some new skills that can prepare them for the future. To really put this into perspective, last year, one of the board members for SAS was actually not even an econ major. He was a global studies major studying and preparing for a career in like Asian countries. So then because of this, he just ended up joining SAS because he wanted to learn more about business. He wanted to see like what all of these are kind of like individual pieces of information that goes around from talking from one professional to another were, and he really just wanted exposure to all of this. So he ended up joining the club, making it all the way to becoming a board member. And then, you know, I still talk to him today, and he's not pursuing a career in accounting, but he was super thankful for the time and the ability to just be able to learn about accounting and to just be able to talk with other professionals that might have more information about what it's like actually working as, you know, someone in the business world.
Well, James, I mean, you shared a lot of great information today. Um, for my students, a lot of them are already part of SAS, but after all this information that you shared, I hope more students after watching this video will consider joining your organization. From what you shared, the low cost, $20 for lifetime membership, plus this flexibility. I mean, I think it's just a win-win for anyone that joins your organization. So thanks again for coming to speak and do this video recording. And I look forward to seeing you at the spring banquet next year.
All right, no problem. It's actually been my pleasure. I really do hope that this video can help out anyone that's actually interested in accounting and to really come check us out. Thank you for your time and I hope to see you then too.